Morning. This is another video from Exit Strategy. Machismo Eugene here. I just figured I'd come in and talk about what the narcissistic trait individual looks like. This is two separate individuals or individuals, two or more. One being the narcissist, the other or others being those with narcissistic traits, which all of humanity has narcissistic traits. Reason why I'm talking about these two things in conjunction, in parallel, or in tandem, in unison. This is what a narcissist looks like when they co-partner with people with narcissistic traits. Because let's understand, and I've said this before and I will forever say it, myself included, before I was awakened and became aware that I am a chosen one by God. And so my thing is this, myself included, I believe the narcissist is steadfastly trying to recruit healthy human beings, be it childhood wounds, wanting to fit in, do-gooders, brown nosers, people such as we all have been at some point or another, trying to level up and measure up. A narcissist takes advantage of people such as us before we come to the knowledge of knowing. And even if we become aware of who they are, just as we survivors are aware now, it is like walking basically through a forest with diamondback rattlesnakes all over the woods. This is the life you will be living for the rest of your life. Until you leave this earth, it is like wandering through the forest littered with rattlesnakes. You just have to be mindful of where they are and take each step with awareness. That's an analogy. I don't want you to get the impression that you have to walk, like they say, on eggshells, because it's just having a vigilance. Have a healthy vigilance is what I really want to say. That's what I'm trying to get at. So this is what a narcissist and narcissistic trait person looks like. Narcissists have persuasion. They are always trying to exchange their persona and take yours. They want your good qualities. They want you to have their despicable qualities, which are not qualities at all. So take a boss, take a manager, take owner of a company who, in this case, is a narcissist. For example only, not all bosses are narcissists. Person in leadership being a narcissist, someone up under him that is ambitious, which is healthy in many ways. It helps you to strive to attain a goal. Narcissistic traits with the ambition is pretty healthy until it becomes disorder. And if it's disorder, and not even being a narcissist, if you have narcissistic traits that causes you to be envious, jealous to a degree where you want nothing to do with that person, or you want what they have, you want to covet another man's wife, this is the disturbed part of the humanity in us. So, but with the narcissist, staying on track, they have actually aborted the ability to introspect and reason and talk themselves out of the very thing that I just pointed out as an example. They would go the extra mile to sneak around and try to steal your wife or persuade your wife or your husband away from you. They will stop at no end to destroy a beautiful relationship, a beautiful family, a beautiful job, a coworker that is doing everything they're supposed to do at their job because they want that position so bad. Now, staying on focus, this is how it looks when you have a narcissist. Pretty much grooming and recruiting and training. Subconsciously, they're training you. I mean, they're consciously training you. You're consciously being trained and recruited, unbeknownst to your independent rationale, because your rationale has been toned down. It's been turned down. So you're no longer using your critical thinking. You're no longer using your oppositional thinking. You're no longer using your ability to sit down and introspect. Why am I following this guy around so much just to try to get this position? Why can't I just do what I'm asked to do and let that be enough? That's the introspecting. And then you come to a healthy resolution and say, well, you know what? I'm just going to do what I'm supposed to do on this job. And if that promotion comes along, or if that thing comes along, maybe I'll get it based on just my merit alone. My merit, not me doing anything extra, following him around, kissing his ass, brown nosing, telling on somebody, undercutting somebody. This is the difference. But the reason why we often do this, because they're unhealed wounds. We don't have the ability, there's a trauma we need to fit in, so we don't talk ourselves out of this. And so this being the case, this guy that's ambitious, that wants to level up under this narcissistic manager, CEO, whatever the case is, he is ambitious to a fault. And not knowing within himself that he is being trained by these narcissists in the persona, the whole behavior, which is so unethical, so deplorable. If he really thought long enough about it, he'd be like, man, I want no part of this. I want to be, assistant manager, but I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna depart from my humanity, my integrity, just to attain this position, to look good and have people look up to me. He doesn't have the wherewithal to do this because he has been blindsided, and to the point where he looks up to this narcissist and he sees this behavior as honorable. Honorable. He doesn't see any dents in this narcissist's armor. He doesn't see any flaws in this CEO's ambition, his drive, his tough-nosed approach to how he treats his employees. Because he's not getting treated like that, because he's kissing ass so bad, he figures, I'm not going to get talked down to like they are because I'm his favorite. So do you see the dynamics? How the narcissist is training this narcissistic traded human being, just as we all are. He's training him in a very intense manner. Not forcing him to be trained like this. This narcissistic traded human being is being trained up under his guidance, subconsciously. Because again, the narcissistic trait employee up under him is so ambitious to the point to a fault. He's blindsided by the fact that this CEO shouldn't talk to these people this way. Doesn't matter how hard he worked to build this business and how determined he was to make it big and did it all by himself seemingly. And that's a lie, by the way. Nobody gets to the top by themselves. So my thing is this. This is how narcissists and narcissistic trait group or be it one or many narcissistic traded human beings. They all are minions. The narcissistic traded individuals are minions. Strong example is The Lion King. And I dote on this example a lot because if you look at this movie, The Lion King, go back, and you will see the way the Lion King, Scar, treated the hyenas all through the movie. They did his bidding, and he still treated them like doo-doo. And it was so bad to the point at the end, these hyenas came back to themselves and realized, they introspected, they were able to understand that this guy had no heart for anybody. He was just out for himself. And so now they turned on him. And this is often how it will end with a narcissist. May not happen at that job or that capacity, but somewhere down the line. And the sad thing is, the narcissist can be wounded. They can be destroyed in one instance, and they'll get right back up and keep their dog and pony show moving. They'll go on to the next victim. So the next victim actually pays for the fact that they got dealt with in their distorted, disordered mind. So they're forever hurting and harming other people on the backs of the ones they hurt before you, or the ones that got away from them before you. So they're forever repaying people with interest. They're forever hurting people with interest. That being said, bless.